everyone, Liz here. I'm back for another Great British Baking Challenge for EBS UK. This week is pastry week, and there's so many options that I could have done, but there's one that stood out for me that I have wanted to try because some of the French pastries are so hard, and to be honest, I'm not confident with pastry at all. So I am going to be making Cornish pasties, and the reason I'm doing this is because it's one of the foods I used to love and I just cannot eat anymore because of allergies and gastro issues. So a standard Cornish pasty would have beef mince. I can't have that because I don't eat red meat, but also gastro flare, major gastro flares. It has onion in, which is an allergy for me. That flares my mast cell. And there's other bits and pieces in it. There's a lot of pepper. I can't have pepper really at all either. So I am adapting the recipe to suit my allergies and my stomach issues. So I'm using, instead of beef, I'm using turkey mince. Instead of onion, I find this is a really good alternative to onions or leeks. Pak choy. This is a really good one. And then obviously swede. This is diced swede, which Tesco's do. I cannot manage like the whole swede you buy. It's got such tough skin, you have to peel it and chopping it, and I cannot manage that. So I always try and buy anything already diced. And that's the only ingredients except salt and obviously pastry. And again, I have it ready rolled, short crust, ready rolled and ready to go because I don't like making pastry. It hurts my hands. You can't really make it very well in a mixer because you have to put butter in and put it in the fridge and knead it in, and it's just like, no. So so I'm following a recipe that I got. It's an adapted recipe from the Hairy Biker's cookbook. I wanted a British recipe. There obviously is a lot of debate about Cornish pasties as to the shape, but these ones are the flat ones, not crimped in the middle but crimped at the side. Now they are the proper Cornish pasties apparently. So we'll give it a go and see what happens. So the first thing I have to do is I have to weigh out all the ingredients, chop up the pak choy and mix it together. You take 2 pak choy. I have 3 here, but that was all that's in the pack. And make sure you wash them. Pak choy tend to have dirt stuck in the base of them. So then what you want to do is chop the end off and take the green leaf part off and chop them up into small pieces. Then you want to put it in a bowl as you're going to mix all the ingredients up together before it goes inside the pasty. Take the swede, which is already diced thankfully, and I peel these potatoes with this peeler. It's amazing. It's a Y peeler and it just is so useful. It helps your hands if you have stiff joints or aching joints like I do. I took 3 potatoes and then you want to chop them, and the easiest way I find is to halve them half again and then do a few cuts and just like dice them. In the pasty you want it to be as small as possible really. So then obviously tidying up is the next stage. I have a compost bin, so that goes in there, and I've cleaned the surface. So then I put in the turkey mince and mix it all up. Note that I have some gloves on. It's so much easier to mix stuff with your hands when you've got the gloves on. Roll out the pastry that's pre-done and pre-rolled, and then you get a small plate, side plate, cut around it, and this is a good size for your pasty. Then you want to put your pastry on a baking tray with baking paper underneath, and put your filling on half of the circle, in a semicircle, leaving a 2 centimetre gap around the edges so you can fold it over. Then you want to brush egg wash around all the edges. Now I'm actually using melted dairy-free butter because I can't have eggs. So fold it over. This is really hard. I found this really tricky. And you want to press the edges down to crimp them and seal them so none of the juices or ingredients escapes. Now, I did get a few holes, so you can see I'm kind of patching them up here, but they're quite easy to patch up. And if you've got any extra pastry, you can use that too. Then you want to stick a hole in the top to let the steam escape so the pasty doesn't go soggy, and then brush it with butter or egg wash if you can. So I've just taken these out the oven and here is my final pasty. Can't wait to tuck into it and I'll let you know what it's like.